Alright, so I just got done reading Dark Knight Death Metal. I finally sat down and finally got to read this full. I went into Takyome and I read the additional one shot, the tie-ins, and all that good stuff. And I gotta say, it's probably one of my favorite stories in DC in general, and probably one of my favorite storylines in general. Because sure, you have Flashpoint, you have Justice League Volume One Origin, you have the Three Jokers, you have the original Dark Knight's Metal, but I gotta say, Dark Knight Death Metal is pretty good. Now, the story is it's what's it called? It's a continuation of Dark Knight's Metal, and it also has a few backstory you gotta read. Like, of course, you gotta read the original Dark Knight's Metal book, but you also gotta read Scott Snyder's Justice League run and the last arc, which is, I believe, issue 27 and issue 39, I believe. And you also gotta read Year of the Villain, not all of Year of the Villain, but Justice League Hell Arisen, and then you go into Dark Knight's Death Metal. Now, to start off, I was a little bit confused, but then after reading the backstory to it, like what happened beforehand, it made sense. And so, yeah, we got a lot of crazy one shots. Like we got Batman Lobo, which looks pretty freaking cool. We got Superboy Prime. Spoilers, by the way. We also got Superboy Prime versus the Batman Who Laughs, or in this case, the Darkest Night, which looked super badass. We also got an origin story for Superboy Prime, which kind of made me feel sympathetic for him because, of course, yeah, he fucking tore off limbs. He fucking killed off like a couple Green Lanterns, and he had, okay, in Infinite Crisis, right? Superboy Prime, he had no weakness, right? He wasn't immune to he wasn't weakened by kryptonite. He wasn't like had no weakness, right? So it took 30 Green Lanterns, two Flashes, or two Superman to fly him into the sun to incapacitate him for a few minutes, and then he came down and rain and like fucking rain of hell until Sinestro Corps War when one of the Guardians I think sacrificed himself and like punched him through like a universe, I think, and trapped him in the Source Wall, where he's been up until now, where the Darkest Night saved him or freed him, whatever, right? And so he had a little fight with Wonder Woman, Mobius, the Anti Monitor had a fight with I believe it was Batman during Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Superman had a fight Darkseid, aka in the Final Crisis, or yeah, because Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, and then Final Crisis. So yeah, and yeah, Super Wonder Woman became a god at the end, which was pretty cool. You in the one shot, I think the last 52 worlds, whatever, the one shot, you had like this giant like page where it was a Wonder. I'll show it on the screen. It was a giant Wonder Woman versus giant Batman Who Laughs, and you have all these tiny like heroes and villains fighting off against the darkest Earth, which looks super cool. But yeah, I've also been reading House of X and Powers of X, which was like kind of I don't know. I'm still have to finish it in order to like give my thoughts. I'll definitely give my thoughts here as well, and give you my thoughts on House and Powers of X. But yeah, Dark Knight's Metal is really cool. I'm glad I got this when it came out. So yeah, I actually bought this when it came out. It's super weird how I actually went into like I didn't realize it was even out yet. I just went into Barnes and Noble. I saw there and I'm like, oh, this looks cool. And I also read Dark Knight's Metal, so get it. Yeah, and the cool thing about this, the deluxe edition, because this is the deluxe edition, the only reason it's deluxe is because it has this cool little artwork piece here. I definitely want to hang it on my wall sometime, but not now. Keep it in there. And yeah, for some reason the cover, because this is like a sleeve, the cover art makes it. I'll just try to show here. The cover art, which is a variant cover, shows like Batman Who Laughs, and like as you can see back here, we got the Justice League, like doing a little like circus thing. You also have like Doctor Manhattan, Wally West there, like doing like a performing like a death metal thing. That's titled death metal to defend off like these hordes of monsters, right? In actuality, no, it's just the Batman Who Laughs. Like Wonder Woman kills the Batman Who Laughs because if you don't know, the story was the Justice League did some crazy thing, released like the goddess of the multiverse, Permuta, I believe that was her name, and Lex Luthor and the Batman Who Laughs were like competing on who was gonna be her apprentice. The Batman Who Laughs won, and he basically got to like fuck over the entire Earth, including the heroes and villains. And so the Batman who has like stripped Wally West of his Doctor Manhattan powers because of what happened in Flash Forward, and Wonder Woman basically like kills him, and then like his brain gets detached and gets inserted into like a Batman Manhattan, which is like Batman and Doctor Manhattan. It's really cool, and he also like isn't like the blue Doctor Manhattan like in the Watchmen. He's actually like the darkest night, like something from your nightmares. It looks super cool. I love that design so much. And yeah, like he apparently killed Bruce Wayne, the real Bruce Wayne of Earth's Prime, and like he came back with a Black Lantern ring, super cool. He wasn't like a Black Lantern, but he wielded it, and like he got to rise the dead, which also raised Roy Harper because of what happened in Heroes in Crisis. But yeah, yeah, Death Metal, super cool. I highly recommend you getting it. Either you're reading it online or in like trade paperback edition, whichever way. I also hope you read the one shots because the one shots, even though like the way I read them was kind of out of order, they're still interesting. Like the Secret Origin one shot, the Extreme one shot with Lobo, the the last stories of the last stories of the DC universe was pretty cool. And yeah, overall the story was pretty cool. It's kind of sad that Superboy Prime died in his one shot because I really would have loved to see him team up with Superman, uh, Connor Kent, Kara Zor-El, and Steel and Lex Luthor. I would have really liked to see an interaction there. But the story calls for what the story calls, right? So yeah, that is it for the video. I know it's a really short video. But yeah, if you do like it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, make sure to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.